Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a coaching evaluation on Fred Hoiberg, the head coach of Iowa State's men's basketball program, and Jim Boeheim, the head coach of Syracuse University's men's basketball program. Some objectives today: going to state and elaborate my coaching ethics, personally, my coaching responsibilities, the influence that Iowa State's Fred Hoiberg and Syracuse's Jim Boeheim had on myself, and identify why each coach is successful in their own right, and how I can take those aspects and apply them to whatever level of coaching I intend on entering. My own personal coaching ethics responsibilities: how to live your life without regret in decision making, as in when you go to sleep every night, if you're contemplating whether a decision you made that previous day, previous week was the right one, and you're struggling as if you could have made another decision, obviously you didn't stick to an ethical code that is allowing you to be okay with your decisions and stick by them. And to reduce your gray areas. You don't want any gray areas in coaching, especially in a NCAA men's basketball program, which I hope to one day be the head coach of. Any gray areas allow for, especially in today's media, allow for criticisms and complaints and questions to be brought about, which can only lead to more questions and a stickier situation. As a responsibility of a college basketball coach, it's coaching teens into adults. You start recruiting teens, kids when they're as young as 15, 16 years old. You get them through whether they're 19, 20, 21 when they graduate, and you're getting them prepared to go into the real world, whether it be in the NBA or over in Europe or just a regular career. Building sportsmanship and teamwork. You're the front face of the university, especially if you're a school like Iowa State. Their football program isn't as strong as their basketball program, so Fred Hoiberg is the cover boy for the university in a way, in showing what the school is all about. Iowa State's Fred Hoiberg, he played for Iowa State 91-95. He played in the NBA from 95 to 2005 and was an executive from 2005 to 2010, where he took over as the Iowa State head coach and led them to the biggest turnaround in Big 12 history. He endorses the home court advantage, loves to get the fans involved. He's known as the mayor of Ames, Iowa, not the official mayor, but a fan-oriented mayor. And a quote from Grantland Charles Pierce said, "Design gives way to execution and strategy to talent." It was one of his players talking about after their big win over North Carolina in the NCAA tournament this year. Jim Boeheim played for Syracuse from 1962 to 66, coached there from 76 to his current day. He's a winner, which I'm a big supporter of. I like to think that he's never had a losing season in his 34 years of coaching, and I think that's a big impact on what I want to be, because every year he finds a way with different talent, freshmen, sophomores, new kids. He always finds a way to win, and I really want to take that and apply it to a environment that probably is never going to be the same year to year. And how I intend to apply those two coaching methods to myself, they're drastic ends of the scale. One's much older than the other, and I feel Boeheim's hard practices during the week allow for a laid-back game environment where you learn everything you need to do during the week. You make sure everything is right, everything is oriented, and you know the tactical side of things. So when you get in the game, it's a laid-back environment. You're just out there to have fun. You do what you know how to do best, whether that be if you're a scorer or a passer or a rebounder. You do what you do best, and if everyone does their part, hopefully you come out with a W at the end of the day. I love Boeheim's defense. The 2-3 zone is one of my favorite defenses in all basketball. And then Hoiberg's offense, spreading the floor, allowing players to shoot the ball if capable, if open, and embracing the home crowd. Hoiberg is a big supporter of the home court advantage, and I feel like the more the fans involved, especially in college basketball, anything is possible. A home team as the underdog can beat a powerful road team that's been seen before. Now, like you guys, to do something, the workshop. Two separate parts. First, imagine you're Hoiberg. You're the laid-back type of coach. Practices are, you get what you need to be done, get what needs to be done, but in a laid-back sense. And I'd like you to create the first 15, 20 minutes of a practice if you were coaching under Hoiberg style for your own sport. And then do the opposite, as if you were Jim Boeheim in a stricter more tactical, in-depth, traditional practice. 15, 20 minutes, whatever sport you choose to do is fine. And then just the conclusion to wrap it back up. Hoiberg is the laid-back one. Boeheim really gets into his coaching, makes sure things are done right. He's of the older mentality compared to Hoiberg being more of the hybrid coach that we talked about in class. It's definitely an important part to have the games method and combine them both, which I hope to do. Become even more of a hybrid type coach than Hoiberg is right now, and take the old style from Boeheim, the new style from Hoiberg, combine them into hopefully bringing Penn State into a national powerhouse like the two schools.